Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you the Knight Styrix. Talk about his stats, go over some strategies, talk about engine war. And then I'll tell you my overall opinion on him in 9th edition. This is the Knight Styrix. He is overall an awesome model. He comes on your general Knight body, and then Forge World basically gives you this carapace, shoulder pads, of course custom weapons, and face and shin pads. This is, I've added a couple of horns to him because I do run mine as chaos. Obviously, it's the only way to run knights in my opinion. Get those Imperial Knights out of here. So this is him. It's got a nice little wire thing off the back. I've gone through and added some nurglings. I got one riding the gun. I got him hiding under the bottom. Got one eating a scroll on the base. Of course, you've nurgled it up. The flame is off the Lord of Contagion. And then I added a horn to his head. I think that's all I've added to him. Oh, and he's got a skull hanging off his crotch plate, which I do need to fix up. It looks pretty bad right now. So, overall, model's awesome. Love him. He is a whopping 530 points, 22 power level if you use that method. He's, your average knight base, toughness 8, strength 8, 24 wounds, ballistic and weapon skill 3 at his max profile, moves 12. He also has all the normal knight passive abilities, and he has one that's pretty cool. He has one that if he's targeting you, you don't get your bonus to your cover saves, which can be quite helpful at times. So he is about the average size of a knight. This is him next to a war dog, pretty much the same. This is him next to a fellow knight, which then this is the body he's based off of. They just give you the extra cosmetics to make him stand out. So without his missile pod on top, they're basically the same exact size. And then next to a Castellan, he is a little bit smaller actually. Castellan does still tower him. Or Tyrant, sorry, this is Chaos. Tyrant, next to the Tyrant, he's still quite small. He does have a unique weapon loadout. His main weapon, which the shield is upside down by the way, I do know that. My goal was to hang a banner, or maybe have a nurgling hanging off the little vents. But I got burnt out on painting him, so I probably will add it again eventually. But as I was saying, his main weapon is strength 8, negative 3 AP, D6 damage. And it's got a 45-inch range, which is pretty odd. But 6s do mortal wounds, which is pretty nice. But what's really unique is he has this twin rad cleanser right here. And this is pretty cool. It's a flamer, it's 2d6, it auto hits obviously because it's a flamer. And if you're infantry, it wounds on 2s. Or if you're not a vehicle. If you're not a vehicle or another knight, it wounds on 2s. That is really nice, and it is flat 3 damage. So that does the work. He does have another weapon in his claw, which is pretty nice. It's 18 inches, it's strength 6, negative 3 AP and 2 damage, unless the character he is targeting has a 3 or better save, then it becomes 3 damage, which is pretty good against your Space Marine meta right now. So we'll be doing 3 damage to Space Marines. And then we have his Stomping Feet, which we're all pretty used to. It's the 3 attacks per attack. It's negative 2 and it does D3 damage. So, the average knight thing. And then he has this claw, which is actually quite interesting. It's you subtract 1 to hit. It's a big beefy claw. It's a big meaty claw. And then it is strength 16, negative 4, flat 6 damage, unless you're a vehicle or Titanic, and then it's 8 damage. And that, to me, that's pretty cool. I do like that. How would I use him on the table? He's very expensive point-wise, but I do think he could be very, very interesting if played right, which I'm not the one to play him right. I'm not the most tactical. I love playing, but I often make really bad decisions when I play. But he obviously wants to be at the board. He wants to get up close and personal, so he's definitely going to be an aggressive knight. He's also very good at killing infantry. That flamer is absolutely insane against infantry. And then if you can kill all the infantry that's screening out the big meaty tanks and run in there and just kill them with the claw, it's it's nice. And being a knight where you can fall back, shoot, and then recharge. And if you do wrap him, now with 9th edition, he can just shoot into combat. It's good. And this is not a knight that you want to wrap, considering 1, knights you can just stomp. 2, he has that gun that he can just shoot into combat, that 2d6 flamer, that will wreck any infantry in his way. So I definitely don't think that's good. And none of his weapons are blast, so he can shoot all of these into combat. I personally run my knights with the Infernal Household keyword, because that buff for 1 mortal wound has always been worth it. The +1 toughness while running at the board with rotate ion shields is pretty good, and at a D3 mortal wound, your average is going to be 2. That'll definitely save you more than 2 wounds. And then you can always have the +1 to advance and charge and 2 to movement characteristic, or your +1 to a weapon strength and damage output. That's good. And then if you don't know exactly what to choose, take 1 mortal wound and let your Chaos God of choosing choose which one he wants you to take. Being a form of household also means that you can do the Dark Pact with the gods, which basically means your knight, if he doesn't explode, he stands right back up. And that can be absolutely devastating for your opponent. I've been on the receiving end of that, where I worked so hard to take out a knight and he stood back up. It was a big blow to the chest. Like that was rough. So, Engine War. I use the House of Beatrix. Basically, the Salamander rerolls for knights is pretty solid. It's come in clutch a couple times. And then if you really need it, there's a 2 CP strat that lets you ignore modifiers in the shooting phase, which it can become clutch if you absolutely need it. If you don't really need it, it's nice ace up the sleeve. The other ones, I stick with Beatrix personally. That's my go-to, but I'm sure there are other people who are more competitive than me that will tell me I'm an idiot. That's fine. I like playing the game and having fun. That's how I like to play my knights. If you have any other ideas, let me know in the comment section. I'm definitely open to ideas. So, you might be asking, why am I not talking about warlord traits or relics? 1, this video would be about 10 times longer than it already is, and I'm already out of my comfort level with talking directly to a camera as it is. 2, I wouldn't really make this model my warlord. I would debate on giving him a relic, which is Blasphemous Engine, so while he's running up your board, he counts as having double the wounds for his bracket. That can be very useful, but everything else, So is this knight the most competitive? Absolutely not. Is he good? Yeah, he's pretty good. He has his tricks. The flamer, as I said, is brutal. Like, no one really expects it. You tell them about it beforehand, and they just kind of go, okay, yeah, he's got a flamer. No, it's a auto hit, wounding on 2s if they're not a vehicle, flat 3 damage. So he's demolishing Primaris, which people get very upset about. I bring him for fun. I can see some top dog players who are really good if they do play Chaos Knights. I don't really see any Chaos Knights at the top tables, but if they do play Chaos Knights, I can see them taking him and doing really good. So yeah, that's my Knight styrix. I do have one more to build, and it is it's his brother. It's the Mad Jew. I can't say his name. It's his brother. They look almost exactly the same, but different faceplate and different main weapon here. Yeah, these are them. My little knight family. And then his, we are working on finishing up magnetizing him. Right now, he's only got this. These 4 were eBay rescues. As if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm very big on eBay rescues because I am a poor man with a horrible plastic addiction, and eBay has been there for me. So, tell me what you guys think. Would you play him? Do you like the model? Did I get anything wrong? Am I an idiot and missed a really good combination? Would you make him your warlord? And besides that, thoughts and comments in the comment section. Criticism is always appreciated because I am trying to get better. I'm taking a big leap here and talking to the camera. I am very self-conscious about my voice and talking. That's why I always use a headset and music. I have a really bad speech impediment, and it's really hard for me to talk in a coherent sentence sometimes. I have a really bad stutter and a really bad slur, and if I'm not concentrating and I don't notice it, it'll start coming in a full force, and I won't be able to get out a full sentence. Today didn't go that bad. There's a couple times that as a couple times I had to stop recording and recenter myself, but I think I got through it okay. Yeah, let me know what's up. Thank you.